Welcome to Thailand! We are the Wanderlust Storytellers, and this is Heidi.
I'm Jolene.
And I'm Andre.
So guys, today we wanted to talk to you about traveling around Thailand with a baby or a toddler. So we've been here in beautiful Thailand for quite a few weeks now.
Yeah, it's been so much fun.
We still have a little while to go. I think it's going to be very hard to leave. We're in Khao Lak at the moment. We've been island hopping. We've just reached the mainland, so we've still got a few destinations to go. We wanted to help parents figure out if they should come to Thailand if they have a baby or a toddler. So we've got the pros and the cons of coming to help you decide. So up first, we've got baby supplies. Now I know we all need baby supplies. If you're like us and you we've been traveling for 6 weeks now, you run out of baby supplies and we can't rely on the stuff we bring from home. So can you find the stuff that you need in the shops?
Yay!
So you will be happy to know that you can find your baby nappies and your baby formula in the shops. We found your baby nappies in the small 7-Elevens. They come in smaller packs here. What we couldn't find is big packs. Some of them are good quality, some of them we found to be quite thin. We actually just bought this one. It's called Mummy Pucko. Our little one is 2.5. We haven't toilet trained her yet because we're in Asia, so I'm waiting till we're back home. And they are beautiful, thick and luscious, like pull-up nappies. Like, we are so happy with them.
Very good.
It's just beautiful and comfortable and so thick and absorbent. So that's really awesome. If you buy your nappies, they're easy to understand. We've got, like, you know, I don't know if you guys can see that. It might be backwards because it's on the iPhone, but it says girls there and it's got your kilograms there. So there's no mystery. It's super easy. Baby formula is trickier to find. You'll have to go to the bigger supermarkets to find them, or you can sometimes find them in the pharmacies as well. So we really like the Infogro that they have here. One thing that I can tell you is you can't really find the years on the boxes. So give me 1 second. I'm just going to put this little monkey down next to me to draw. So you might have to pull out your phones and just Google. Like, if you Google Infogro step 3, you'll figure out what years it is for. We bought this one in a few different countries now, so we kind of knew. But I couldn't, when I had a look, it's all in Thai, and I literally could not find an easy way for you guys to figure it out. They come mostly in boxes, so we actually have a 10 from home, because in Australia we use the 10s, and we find that the 10s just travels better. So we actually fill up our 10, even though it's a different brand 10, we fill it up because it's easier to pack and then it doesn't spill out. So that's another little tip for you. But yeah, we haven't had any issue finding stuff, and don't be afraid to ask the locals. We asked somebody that had a kid themselves and they could point us down the road and just say, oh, just keep going, there's a big supermarket down there, they have them. So it was easy.
Yeah.
So
Number 2, you can find a lot of baby gear over here, so no issue there. If you hire in a car or if you go in a taxi or whatever, request the car seat. Obviously, make sure to tell the people when you hire in a car what age level you have your child, because if you get a small infant seat instead of a normal chair, you might have a bit of an issue there. But yeah, car seats, no problem. You can find cots in every hotel, so every resort, every hotel, we never had an issue with the cot. So make sure, obviously, to before you book, ask if they have a cot. Yeah, but there's no issues there. High chairs. If you go to restaurants, to anywhere, we haven't had an issue. Even in the smallest restaurants, like, you know, very small
very
ones,
local.
Very local ones. Everybody always had a high chair. If it's a plastic or wooden or whatever, you know, yeah, it's very easy. Yeah. Number 3.
All right, so number 3 is just how friendly the people are here, guys. We've traveled to so many destinations with our little one, and some countries are so hard because they just...
Listen.
You listen.
Hey, why is pen?
Beautiful. She's drawing. So some countries are just not quite as welcoming to noisy kids.
Yep.
But Thailand, they love kids and they are so friendly. Like honestly, they are, you know, strangers will come up and play peekaboo with your kid and try and teach her a little bit of words. She's joining with some of the local kids. Like we've gone to some of the local restaurants have had their kids while they were working, right? So she's gone and joined in with the kids and nobody's scared. Everybody's been welcoming. Other places they've had little kids corners for their own kids with their own kids' toys, and Avi's gone and played with them, and they've been like happy to just go and join in and play with her. Yeah. So honestly, friendliness of the people is amazing, and it makes such a big difference when you've got a kid and you don't have to worry about them running around in the restaurant or being a bit too noisy or whatever. It makes it easy. So next one.
Number 4. It's very easy. It's very easy in Thailand to explore with a stroller. Okay, it's easy access to everywhere. Everywhere you go is pretty much flat. Okay, even though it's hilly and stuff like that, there's not too many stairs that we've seen. Some of the resorts have ramps, some of the hotels have ramps like that. But yeah, it's very easy to go around. We've seen so many people traveling with strollers. It's crazy. Like all different ones, different sizes and everything, and no issue. Yeah, so pretty easy.
All right. So next point is food.
Yep.
I know that if you've got a toddler or even a baby that's already on solids, you're going to be wondering about food because Thailand can be pretty spicy, which we like, but our little one doesn't like. So my thing is some restaurants have got like special kids menus, but they're actually pretty rare, I find. But don't be afraid to ask for whatever you want. Like we've not had one single restaurant say to us they can't make us something. So our fallback plan when we don't know what to give Avi is eggs. And we just ask them if they can whip up some scrambled eggs. And, you know, she loves mangoes. So often I go for their dessert, the sticky rice mango dessert.
So good.
And that could be her meal. But you can also just ask for a plate of sliced up mango. Like, we haven't had any issues. You can find French fries everywhere. I mean, that gets a bit old after time.
Pasta.
Pasta is very common.
Yeah.
Even just pasta with butter, so like plain pasta if your child is fussy. I'm sure that you can ask for bread wherever you're at. So just if you can't find it on the menu, just ask. Because we've always found that they are very keen to help us with our kid and don't, I mean, you know, like fruit, bananas, mangoes, all of those soft fruits are available very readily, so you can mash them up if your baby is still little as well.
And there's heaps of juices as well and things like that, so you can find everything.
Yeah. So, our last positive?
Last positive, English. Man, I think maybe like 10% out of 100% somebody didn't speak English, but everybody speaks English. You know, it might be a little bit broken up and stuff like that. Maybe sometimes you know hard to understand, but English is easy. Okay, so it doesn't matter where you stop on the side of the road and ask for directions, or in a restaurant for food or whatever. English is everywhere. I think every menu that we've read was in English as well.
Yeah, I haven't had any issues.
Yeah, so English is everywhere. So don't worry, travel throughout the whole country and you will have no issues there.
We were here, I don't know, like 4 years ago or something, and I think the country has come so far with their English. Like it's, you know, if somebody doesn't speak English, somebody in the restaurant will speak English and they'll go and fetch somebody that can talk to you. So honestly, we haven't had a single issue. And that's kind of important to know when you're traveling with a baby, and just in case something happens, and you can ask those questions. So it's good to know. So there are many more positives, but those are our main positives that we wanted to point out. That is important for us to know. So hopping on to the negatives.
Negatives. Okay, well,
which we really had to think very, very, very hard about. We've come up with 2 which aren't really negatives, but we're going to talk about them anyways. It is Southeast Asia, and it doesn't quite have the same hygiene standards as what you might be used to. In saying that, Avi hasn't gotten sick. I have though. Avi hasn't gotten sick, so we've been really lucky. So what I recommend is that before you come, hop over to your chemist and get some prebiotics just to strengthen up your little one's gut. That's actually something that we got here in Thailand. We went to the chemist and asked what can we do, and they recommended this. So you can get it when you're here as well, no problem. They know, and I think they used to, all the tourists come in and getting sick. So get some prebiotics. Make sure that you check and see if they need any shots or not, immunization shots. We were okay with what she has to have naturally anyways.
Yeah.
And then just be sensible. Like, we use the tap water in all the restaurants for brushing teeth.
Yeah.
If you're staying in cheap budget accommodation, I probably would be more careful with that. I'm not so sure I would trust the water as much. But the bigger hotels, they cater for tourists, so they're pretty good. We don't drink the water from the taps. We drink out of the bottles. We do that anywhere in the world, though, mind you.
We buy like whole caskets and just keep it in the freezer.
But people seem to think that here in Thailand you can't even brush your teeth with the water, and we have in every single hotel we've been in, and it hasn't made a difference. When I got sick, we were on a teeny tiny little island in the middle of, pretty far away from the mainland, and I think they just were serving up food that was frozen for a very long time. So that it wasn't anything except, that could happen anywhere in the world.
Exactly. Obviously, wherever you eat, you look at the food and decide
yourself. You can try out the local restaurants. We've had food from the little street carts that's next to the road.
Dude.
So don't be scared. Honestly, I know that, when you go to like Cambodia and stuff, you can't even have salad because they wash the salad leaves with the local water. I've had salads. We have ice everywhere because they make ice in the factories and use them. So you don't, honestly, be sensible, but don't be scared.
It's like everywhere.
Yeah. The other thing is we always travel with medication in case something happens. So you might want to bring along your own little supply of medication. But we have popped into the chemist because we ran out. We've been traveling for 6 weeks, and the chemist people spoke brilliant English. They were using big words like diarrhea and prebiotics and everything. And yeah, they gave us what we needed, and it was very similar to what we were getting in Australia. So yeah, don't be afraid to to come. It's an awesome destination. It is truly one of our favorites to visit with kids. It's just such a lovely, low-key place to come. You come and there's pools and there's the beach. Those are places where babies and toddlers are happiest because they can just swim, you can play, you can just relax. Like, honestly, it's highly recommend it.
It's like she said, one of our favorite destinations now. So the food is great, the people are great, the place is great. It's
perfect for families with little ones.
Yeah.
So guys, we've got loads of videos that's still coming on Thailand. We've been a little bit slow making them because we're enjoying ourselves too much. So make sure that you check back and that you subscribe, and we're gonna love and leave you. So, you want to say bye-bye now?
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you for watching.
Say Khop Kap. Khop Kap.
Yeah, say Khop Kap. Get in there. Alright, see you guys. Bye. Bye.